Greetings, magical souls. I thought I'd share a little video outside today here in nature, just while I'm sitting with all my Prakeko friends and just enjoying the quiet and peacefulness out here. So the past 4 weeks have been pretty interesting for me. I know I've spoken about some of it, but it just seems to be a little bit of a roller coaster at the moment. And when I woke this morning at around 5, I was struck by the vastness. I was big, my heart was big. It was like I was merged with everything. It's pretty hard to describe, but it made me think of a couple of months back. I had an experience where I woke up and it was quite a spiritual experience. It was almost like before like I was somewhere else and I hadn't yet come back into my body, but I was conscious of it and I remembered it. And it was like what I can only describe as like heaven on earth, where I woke just feeling the love and the oneness and the connection to everything. And this morning when I woke, it was more of I was feeling all of that, but it was embodied. So the vastness and the bigness and the interconnectedness of everything, I was very much still my avatar, M. You know, it wasn't as the last time was almost felt like something that my higher self or my soul was experiencing. So the thing about this is that I don't think that we actually know. We know that we're human, but I don't think we fully understand what we are. And I know that sounds bizarre, but I think we just, when we're seeing the human and we're still having these spiritual awakenings, it's like the spiritual side of us and the human side is separate, and we keep almost trying to get the spiritual stuff maybe, but we don't want the human stuff. And this morning it was very apparent how awesome the human is. And the image that I got was, because the last 4 weeks have been a real roller coaster. I mean, I've been crying at the drop of a hat. I've been crying every day. I've been up one day, down the next, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's just really been, the image I got this morning was like a creature that has an exoskeleton, and in order for it to grow into the bigger version of itself as it grows from, you know, its sort of baby into maturity, how it has to shed its skin. And the image I got this morning was that these are like rapid growth things for me, where I am expanding, but I've almost got to shed. I've got to shed my smallness. And I'm sharing this because in case anybody out there is going through this, but it feels like the expansion is just happening at such a rapid rate. It's like, you know, one incident after the next, like everything is sped up. Where this would happen over a couple of weeks or months, I'm now almost having this daily. And it's been really confusing. But when I got this image this morning of this animal almost shedding its skin so that it could become bigger, it made very much sense to me. So it's just, I think that there is some rapid expansion happening at the moment. The other thing is that I've never really, you know, we always talk about the allowing and the surrendering. And what I've realized is when I'm basking in this, sort of when I pop out the other side of the new skin and I'm expanded and it's all almost blissful for a while, then the next almost, okay, now it's becoming uncomfortable again, happens. But when I'm in that blissful state, it's so unknown. So almost if I can liken it to floating in the middle of a big pool, but you know that the pool has got your back, that you can't drown in it. It's exactly where you're meant to be and you're safe. But you keep almost going, okay, but where's the edge, or where's the lane, or maybe I should just stand up quickly so I can make sure I can feel the bottom. And that is all the control creeping in. And what I'm feeling at the moment is with these rapid sort of expansions, and then feeling too tight again, and then the next expansion, and then the discomfort again, and the next expansion, the discomfort again. What that's allowed me to do is initially I was trying to control it, and now with the rate that it's happening, I've almost been forced into surrendering and forced into allowing. And it's been a really rough 4 weeks. I mean, it really has been rough. And the other thing that I got was that I really have felt like I've been falling apart the past couple of weeks, and I've been struggling with that, but it's again with the control. And the other image that I got this morning was like, in order for me, every time I want to grow and expand, I have to crack that hard shell or that exoskeleton. It has to come away somehow. But the image that I got was this egg. And as all the cracks were appearing on the egg, what I've seen is falling apart. All the light has started to come out through the cracks until the light has almost obliterated the entire shell, and then there is only light. So I have felt really like I was falling apart and couldn't quite work out what was going on the past 4 weeks. I kept thinking, what am I doing wrong? Am I on the wrong path? Why is this happening? And I now understand that those cracks are now being filled with my light, and every time that shell cracks, there's a bigger version of me that comes out, and eventually there is just light. I mean, there's just the vastness of it, and it's the edges have gone, the restrictions have gone, the limits have gone. So it's almost like with each shedding that I've been through, it's shedding the old versions of me, the stories that I've told myself, the thing that I think I am, the limiting beliefs, all those kinds of things. And it's like it cannot be contained any longer, like the true self is just not going to be contained. And then the other thing was that I think I've spent some part of this year being a little bit frustrated at the world and thinking, I've really felt like there was some big shift on the horizon, and that I'm not seeing the shift in the world. Yes, I'm seeing things being exposed, but nobody else seems to. And with this whole sort of the animal shedding its skin and the egg cracking and something emerging, light emerging from the inside, it suddenly dawned on me that the shift is happening, but it's within me. And I mean, this makes perfect sense, because we all know that our outer world only changes when we change ourselves. But this is just a reminder of that. I think I was expecting, the human part of me was still expecting things to change on the outside. And I'm thinking, but where is this big shift? And this big shift has been happening exponentially and profoundly within me, within my human avatar, for ages now, but over the past 4 weeks it just seems to really have accelerated. The most beautiful part of all of this is that I feel like, because of these shifts within me, that I've even had such dramatic changes within my family. there have been shifts within my family between me and my children, my hubby. It really has been quite profound, and I guess it's the purpose of me just sharing this today, is that really I don't think that we actually truly realize how much we're doing in our bodies, in our humanness, and sometimes we expect too much, and we still sort of berating ourselves and thinking that we're doing the wrong thing, and why is all of this happening? And it's just a reminder that it's exactly as it should be, and that we know that our souls have our backs, and our higher selves, and the universe and source, and our teams, and we're all here going through this together. So I hope that this is helpful for anyone out there who's been on this roller coaster ride. I mean, I was giggling as I was journaling this morning, because it's almost like my soul and me kind of agreed to where I said, okay, cool, yeah, let's do this, let's have some rapid expansion. And then I got on the roller coaster, and all of a sudden was going down and up and through all the loops and screaming that I want to get off. But of course, the ride is now engaged, and I've kind of got to see it through. Anyway, I wanted to record this video out in, as I say, out in the quiet, and with all the birds and the water, and just anyway, sending everybody out there much love, and wishing you a magical day. And just remember that that everything is as it should be when you're questioning things. That really is the heart of my message today, is that we just need to be a little bit easier on ourselves, and we don't always have to know the answers, and we really are being called to trust and surrender and allow. Anyway, hopefully I'll chat to you again soon, and maybe the craziness will end for a bit, but let's just be grateful that we're here at this time. As crazy as it seems, it really is quite unusual. Sending you all much love.